up, VC? How are you? Concert review time. Psychedelic Furs in Chicago, the Vic Theater. The reason I'm so close is because there's a cat sleeping on my chair. Hi, buddy. You gonna stay there the whole video? I don't know. So, yeah, I bought the t-shirt because I'm a nerd, and I like supporting the band. I always, there it goes. Hey, buddy, you gonna say hi? You haven't been on video for a while. Yeah, what's going on? It's Rocco. Did I wake you up? Well, now you're gonna sit on my lap? Now I'm Steve Carlson all of a sudden. Okay, so Psychedelic Furs in Chicago, the Vic Theater a couple weeks ago, because I'm a little late recording this video. Psychedelic Furs, you guys, most of you probably know, 80s band. Not synth band, guitar oriented, a lot of saxophone, horns, little minor horn section. They have a horn player who plays multiple different horns and stuff. Terrific guitar riffs. 5 albums from the early 80s. Solid hits. Most everyone knows them from their song Pretty in Pink, which was in the movie Pretty in Pink. For all of you 80s movie geeks will remember that. The song was not written for the movie. It actually came out on their second album and used in the movie several years later. So I'm gonna, this one's a weird one for me because, well, first of all, it's at the Vic Theater in Chicago here. Iconic, wonderful place to see a show. I always stand in one specific, every time I go to this theater, I swear I've seen every show at one, I've stood in the exact same spot. It's got a real small area, maybe 40-foot area from the stage back, and then it goes up like 2 steps. So if you're on that railing on the 2-step level, you're just above everyone's head, and the stage is right there. It's a wonderful place to stand, and you can actually sneak out the railing, and there's a bar right on the other side of the railing, so you can get a beer or whatever like really easy, and then sneak back under the railing. You don't have to fight the crowd. These are important things. You can also jet out to the bathroom real quick, and usually if you make friends with people around you in that area, they'll let you sneak back in all the time, which is nice. You're gonna sit there, huh? Okay. So great venue. Sound there is awesome. It's right off the red line, so it's an easy trip down for me. I hop on the train, I'm there in 10-20 minutes. So the band, it's all the original members except the guitarist, I think he's been in the band a while, but he's not an original member. They are touring in support of their album that came out in the middle of the pandemic called Made of Rain. This is my favorite album from 2019. If you guys have seen those videos, you know I love this record. This unbelievable comeback. I think it's their first album in 18 years. Fantastic record. The title track is great. Kamali Faithful is awesome. The guitarist's name, who's new, is Rich Good. I believe he's the new member. But wow, this is such a spectacular album, and it's on a gorgeous dark purple vinyl. I don't know if you guys can see that without that glare, but it's a really interesting, it's a really dark shade of purple. It's really, really pretty. So terrific album. They're on tour with this. I will show a couple other albums. This is I don't have their first album, and the first album is actually my favorite. This is their, is this second? I'm not sure if this is the second, but this is Midnight to Midnight. Good album. Was not a huge hit, but it has some great songs. Heartbreak Beat, Midnight to Midnight. Yeah, not a big album for them. They were a trio back then too. And now I think they have 4 guys in the band. And so that one, and then everyone probably remembers this one is their big hit. This is Forever Now. This has all their big hits. Talk 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 is the one that had Pretty in Pink on it, and it also had President Gas, and Dumb Waiters is also on that. This has Forever Now, Love My Way, Goodbye, Only You and I. This has another version of President Gas. They've actually recorded that twice, I believe. Run and Run, Danger, No Easy Street. This is a fantastic album, probably their biggest selling album, Forever Now. And then the follow-up to Forever Now is Mirror Moves. An okay album. I wasn't real thrilled with this album when it came out. It's got The Ghost in You, Heartbeat, Elsa's House, High Wire Days I really like. I didn't like it when it came out. I listen to it more now, and it's pretty good. So I'm gonna how do I do that? I'll do all the good first. It's great to see them. First of all, the crowd was meh. A lot of men in their 50s on their, with their second wives. It's kind of like me. Nobody was wearing masks, and a lot of people were flaunting that they weren't wearing masks, even though masks were required. Vaccine cards were required, and they checked your ID to the vaccine card, which is the way you have to do it. You can't just check a vaccine card. Other than that, it was a good vibe. The crowd was fine. The set list was great. I got the set list here. They opened with Run and Run, Dumb Waiters, You'll Be Mine, the great Mr. Jones from the Talk 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 album, probably my favorite Psychedelic Furs song. Ghost in You, The Boy That Invented Rock and Roll, Pretty in Pink, No One from the new album, Don't Believe from the new album, which was the first single, Love My Way, Into You Like a Train, Heaven, Heartbreak Beat, and then the encores were Sister Europe and probably one of my favorite first song is India from their first album. So it was a good mix of old and new. It was fun. It was a good show. They played great. They did not do my favorite song from the new album, which was Kamali Faithful. They did not play that. I don't know why. It was a single and there's a video for it, so I was confused as to why they didn't play it, because it's clearly the best song on the new album. So I'm not sure why that didn't make the set list. I haven't checked any of the other set lists from the tour. Maybe they just rotated in. But it was a great mix of old and new. The crowd loved all the old songs. A lot of them really didn't seem to care about the new songs, but that's usual. I thought, okay, this is where I'll get into the kind of not so good. The sound was weird. The mix was odd. I don't know if it was the band or if they were having a sound issue or if it was the venue or whatever it was. It was weird and it didn't get fixed. There were a lot of times where you could not hear the saxophone player at all. Like, he would come up to the front of the stage to do a sax solo and I literally could not hear him at all. Like, muffled maybe in the background. It was very strange and they didn't fix it. So I don't know what the issue was. And then I after a while I was like, towards the end of the show, I was like, well, maybe it's where I'm standing. But I like I said, I stand in that spot for every concert I go to at that venue, and I've never had an issue. So I towards the end of the show, I walked around to the other side of the stage, and it was the exact same way over there. It was just muffled. Something was weird, and a lot of the guitar parts were lower in the mix. It was just, and did it ruin the overall show? Probably not. I mean, I don't regret going, but it definitely, it was kind of not real cool. But everyone seemed to enjoy it. Nobody else seemed to really care. I don't know. It was strange. Maybe I'm being too critical, but I thought it kind of put a damper on the show a little bit. So other than that, I did a stupid thing. I can tell you a personal story. The show was, I got home from work on Wednesday and I was all tired and stuff. And I was like, oh, I got to go to the show. So I jumped in the shower and I got out and I slammed a Red Bull and I was like, I'm going to the show. And I hopped on the train and I get down there and I walk up in front of the theater and it's pitch black. There's nobody there. My tickets, the concert's on Thursday. So I went all the way down there to see the show and the venue was closed. So I came all the way home. But that's just me, stupid B. So that's it. I don't know. That's my silly review of this show, I guess. A little disappointing, but overall, great songs. The songs carry the show. They're a fun band, and they had so many hits that are very nostalgic and they had a good time. So that's my review of the Psychedelic Furs at the Vic Theater in Chicago 2021. Check them out. I do recommend going see them. I mean, if they're coming to your town, tickets were only like $28. So, I mean, you can't complain about that. So definitely check them out. The sound issues were probably just something that was going on that night. That's my guess. So stay safe. Talk to you soon. Bye.